something to talk about. Hashtag STTA. So if you see STTA on our social media, just go ahead, follow it, like it, do something. Anyway, we were here on Wednesday. We had a few technical issues on Wednesday, so we weren't able to bring you guys our live on Wednesday. So sorry. But anyway, we're back. We're back on Monday. So howdy out there. Hello, howdy. All those good things. I got a quick question. That everybody know my girl Nima Shiny Star L. So Nima was on last night, and I was listening to her. And what were some of the things she was saying? Melon, and something else. How she was saying, because I always say black people, and she said she's been getting a lot of feedback from people saying, black is a color, and so you said melon people, Nigerian, not Nigerian, but she was using other words to describe people of color. And I said, that's too deep. Oh, that's too much. I'm not gonna do all of that. But that's her thing, and she doing it. But I'm like, I would pay them people attention if they had something to say. Yes, we all know black is a color. Like white is somewhat of a color. Like orange is a color.
Well, okay,
So I get that.
How sensitive are we gonna become? So now we can't say black, we can't say dark, we can't say light. Now it has to be melon. Who was that?
Melon something. She
Who
said,
was
when you come on and ask you. Huh?
Melon's what give us that color.
Right,
right.
We know
melon,
that's what that is.
We know what melon, but why am I gonna sit there and say,
right.
Oh, I'm a melon person? What?
Right.
I'm not gonna call myself a watermelon.
Well, okay, then you went far with that. But okay. But I'm just
melon.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I'm not gonna say all of that. I don't care what other people say. I'm not gonna be doing all that. Hey, Nima, and since you popped in, I'm talking about you.
We just got a wee bit too sensitive.
I was talking about when I was watching you last night, and you instead of you saying like black or whatever, instead of you saying like black, you were using the term melon something, and other phrases you were using. So tell me, write to me and tell me what you were saying there. Brianna and I was just saying, people are all extra sensitive. Hey, boo. Hey, Nima. So we were saying people are all ultra sensitive now, and so they want you to use these.
That's a little too sensitive.
A little different dramatic phrases when you're describing people of color. I just said, me personally, I can't do all that, Nima. I take my hat off to you, but I can't do all that.
The movement right now is the Black Lives Matter movement.
Shit!
It's not the melon movement.
Okay.
It's the Black Lives Matter movement. So I don't just understand that.
But we were, and I kept hearing her. I kept hearing, and it was like a mouthful that Nima was saying. Nima, I'm sorry, I dropped my phone, boo. Just delete, yeah. Okay. I'm sorry, Nima. So anyway, I was asking, is everybody going to start using that, talking about, melon something, or I don't know what you said. Yeah, you got to turn it around. There you go. I don't know what you were saying, but I just said that's a mouthful for me. So I can't do it. I can't do it. I applaud you though for doing it, but I can't do it. And Brandon said, why are people being so ultra sensitive?
Just a little bit.
Just a little. Why people being, when you talk about, doing, I can't do it. I can't do it. So I was just saying that, but Nima, you did a beautiful job yesterday. And let me tell you, you do a really awesome job because I keep commenting, probably to a point that you wanted me to shut up, but I didn't. So I'm gonna jump on into that question. Nina asked the question, and so I'm gonna follow it up with you. She said, my question was, she spoke about Black Lives Matter. How do you guys feel? Do you feel like it's gonna be a continuing conversation, or what?
It has to be a continuing conversation because there's so much unrest and unhappiness within this country. You're going to have to keep that conversation going. And more importantly, it's going to keep going because a lot of sponsors and different companies are pulling their sponsorship from behind you if you're not doing certain things. Like, we'll go into the land of sports. The NFL team, the Washington, where they're no longer the Redskins. They retired that name officially today.
Oh, they did?
And they're going to change the name.
Okay.
Why? But, the owner, he was always one, I'm never going to change that name. But he's been forced to because it was basically going to compromise his bottom line. Because all of Amazon, Nike, FedEx had pulled their sponsorship.
FedEx pulled their sponsorship from
right, because the Washington Redskins, because their
field
is FedEx Field.
Oh, it is? I didn't know that.
FedEx was going to be done with them. Amazon and Nike had pulled all Washington gear off their websites. So he was looking at losing like $620 million.
So you know the thing is, I guess
conversation is so loud that change is gonna have to. Change is being forced, basically.
And you know what? And that's what I said when you said the owner of the Washington Redskins, if he was looking at losing that kind of money, those kind of sponsors,
he knew what he had to
he
do.
absolutely knew what he had to do. You know, but here's my question: it should not take money though to make people do the right thing.
But more importantly, he had a coach. The coach that he hired, Ron Rivera, is a person of color.
Okay.
So he's Mexican. So I think that has something to do with it too, because he was like, he felt that's offensive. That's offensive to Indian people.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
So change your name, change your logo.
That's what I just said.
Because some people even are like, is it gonna have with other sports teams? Because you have the Cleveland Indians, you have
you're gonna need to change from the Cleveland Indians. That's definitely gonna have to go.
Blackhawks.
Yeah.
So.
Yep, Chicago Blackhawks. Yeah, that's true.
Certain things like you have.
I'm kind of struck by the fact that people have to be forced based on generating revenue. So I'm kind of struck by the fact that how could you not be led by your conscience though?
Certain people, but the owner of the Washington, we're not calling them, because they have no last.
They have no team name at the moment.
Washington, you have to that owner is like scumbag-ish.
Oh, is he? Oh,
he's a very scumbag owner. Everybody has said he needs to sell the team for years. So the fact that he waited this long or had to take money to do it is not surprising to anybody.
Okay.
Because he's kind of an idiot.
Okay. Well, see so that's what I just want to kind of back up a little bit, just kind of on what Nima was talking about yesterday, because it is such we cannot. I feel that Black Lives Matter is that it's going to keep going and keep going and keep going. So it's just not going to stop. This conversation is not going to stop.
Right, because there has to be certain legislations put in place.
Absolutely.
And that needs to happen where, police brutality against an unarmed black man, that's a federal hate crime, because that makes no sense.
Absolutely, yep.
So maybe if you do something, there's consequences.
And you know what, and that should be for everyone who does something wrong. What I said yesterday, I think that the brunt of all the consequences that's being done has always been, to me, aimed at the majority of black people. Mm-hmm. We all have suffered the consequences of everything that everyone else has done. So something I said too, I said, white people, your biggest fear is that you're going to lose this monetary that you have managed to accumulate. That is your biggest fear. And you're going to have to share. Now you're going to have to move over and share with the black people. Because we are the ones who built this country. Plain and simple. So I just wanted to echo kind of what Nima was talking about, because that is an important conversation that I like to have. And I want to continue to have that conversation. I'm going to talk about it more and more and more. And we're going to go on from there. And the next, we're just going to run into the whole Kanye West drama. And like we were saying, him talking about he's running for president in 2020. We all have basically said that he's off his medication and he's not seeing his therapist at the moment, and that's noticeable, because I guess he came out and made the comment and said, oh, he doesn't care if he split the vote. He has no concern about splitting the vote of Biden. With Joe Biden. So in my opinion. Oh, you do so-called did the marching, and when everybody was marching and doing the protesting and everything, and did everything. So in my opinion, what you did, and now you come back doing this, it was all for what? It was all for what reason? I understand he's off his meds. And so
there's certain thing when he gets like I look over Kanye, and when you look on certain social media and everything. Nobody's really giving him like a grain of salt, because everybody's basically saying he's.
Well, the thing is, and I hear some people going on social media and they're making remarks about it, or they're even kind of making jokes about it. Oh yeah, Kanye has my vote, things like that. Kanye should never. This is not a time. This is not a time for people to make jokes about the election that's coming up in November. So it's not the time. So I would say just overlook Kanye West. The man has serious mental issues, and I don't even know what to say at this point. For people to make sure that he's getting his meds, because he's a grown ass man, and he knows he needs to take his medication. I think what happens is that when he starts to feel better and he feels like he's creating really good music, I think he feels, well, I'm feeling pretty good, so I can come off my meds. That's not working. Because every time you come off your meds, it's like it's a complete poop storm with you. It's a complete, pardon my French, it's a complete shit storm with him every time he does that. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not a fan of Kim Kardashian, but you know, somebody who's manic like that, and this is, I think this is a phase that he's in. I think he's now in that manic phase where he's just doing and talking, doing crazy things. I don't know if I could deal with that, you know, that every day. I couldn't tolerate that. So right now, all these things that he's doing, you guys got to understand, he is emotionally and mentally unbalanced at this moment. So you can't take anything he's saying, you know, seriously, you know, because he's just out there. You know, he's not taking his meds. He's just not. Now, like Dr. Fight Echo, I liked his last album, his gospel album, but that's as far as it goes. Because I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to give Kanye any of my money. I'm not going to buy any Yeezys. Is that what they call them? Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna put any money toward his music. I'm just not. Because he has said and done too many things, in my opinion. Granted, they probably came with during his illness or one of his manic stages. One of his manic phases, so still, but I will not give Kanye West not $1 of my money. I won't. I won't. I can listen to a song. If I can listen to it for free, I'll do it. But since he's almost a billionaire, you don't need my money anyway. And since I don't know if he's still, you know, friendly with that thing that's in the White House. I don't know. What's my time? I don't know if he is.
No, 2 minutes.
Oh, I don't know if he is. So, but I just can't. Kanye has no, what I want to say, he has no,
his arguments have
he has no validity for me.
His arguments.
Yeah, he has nothing he says has any value in my opinion. So I can't. And the fact that I knew that he was up in the White House with Stumpy, aka you are president. Mm-hmm.
Who's got COVID?
Yeah. Who we say why is he wearing a mask all of a sudden? I said this. And other people have echoed my sentiments. They say it's because he has COVID. Because all this time, that man has not put on a mask, not one time. But what did you tell me? You said his son and his son's girlfriend, that they have it. Right. And that's why I said too, I said he has it, but they're going to lie and say that he does not have it. And if he has it, why is his funky tail not quarantined somewhere? Instead of walking up on somebody's military hospital, other hospitals, why?
Because somebody made the comment, well, you know, he's wearing the mask. He's trying to show good faith, whatever. Let me just put this ahead. I don't give a damn why he put the mask on. Somebody talking about he went to a hospital. How
many hospitals have you walked up there without a mask on before now?
Hold on. Let me remember. I don't give a damn because he walked into a Mayo Clinic without a mask.
Right, correct.
So now you want to praise him because he went to a military hospital with a mask on. I don't give a fuck. That's why
Woo! Ouch!
I don't care.
Ouch!
I don't care. Okay, he put a mask on that because he got COVID.
Yep,
but it ain't gonna kill him because he's too easy.
Right, that's what I said. Everybody who's watching him with a mask on, we all have said the exact same thing. It's because he has COVID, and they're not gonna say it, and nobody's gonna say anything. But it don't matter because whatever he said is a bunch of lies, and a bunch of lies of who I in the first place. So yeah, so I really do not care. And the fact of the matter is, to me, you know what I'm gonna say? It's a little bit too late. It's a little too late, because had you been setting an example as the White House should be an example for everyone in the country, for the nation, the White House should be an example. And right now the White House is a laugh factory. It is the AKA laugh factory because it is disgusting and it's deplorable.
But then you look at, that's why Florida has 15,000 cases in one day.
And I was going to say, I said that's why. And let me echo this: Florida. First of all, the governor needs to be recalled in Florida immediately.
It's one every 2 people walking around with COVID.
Exactly. And you know why I know that? Because you know why I know that? I said real quick. I said because my mother-in-law called me and said said it to us. She said, oh, I got it. I said, you got what? And she said she got the COVID, but she's down there in Florida. I said, well, hell, I said, like Ron said, it's 1 in every 3rd person. Because it's 3 of them in the household, so it's one out of every 3rd. They got it. So yes. So yeah. Okay, you guys, we're gonna take a break, and then you know how we do. We're gonna Yep. So we're gonna come back in about 2 minutes, you guys. Thank you guys on Facebook. Come back and join us. We'll be right back.